Well, it's a hot day here today. It's about 30 degrees and we've had the cows over in the grassed area. So I'll leave them there for about 2 hours, bring them back over so they can have a drink and have some supplementary feed. So I've got this old cow here and she's a magician at getting out. She doesn't do any harm. She just goes and has a bit of a chew, but she's got to be about 20 years old, I reckon. So I really don't begrudge her getting out. She's been a great cow. So doesn't worry me too much. I just go and get it back in. As long as the others stay in here, that's the main thing. So just going to let them out of here and they can head off back home, get themselves a drink. I was going to put the drone up, but the camera doesn't seem to be working for some reason, so I'll have to mess around with that tonight, I think. See if we can get it working. Go on. Go on. Go on. Come on. No, go on. Go up. Okay, so we'll just put this electric wire back across here. Come on. Come on, get over. Obviously it's not turned on. Okay, shut the gate. So this is the area in here that I was going to strip graze tomorrow, or start strip grazing, but I've decided to leave it until Monday when I'm over here doing stuff in the potatoes, and I can keep a good eye on them, because once cows get into potatoes, it's an absolute disaster. Just a little story, a couple of years ago they got in over here, up the top here, where the potatoes are now actually. I think we had 50 cows in there, and this is about 7 o'clock at night. So we come over, tried to get them out of there, and we got most of them out, but I'd come over on a quad bike, parked it outside the fence, we put some cows out there, come back to get the others out. When I got back to the quad bike, they'd virtually destroyed it, because they started chewing on everything. They ripped the seat off, they chewed the handlebars on it, they chewed wiring out of it, they chewed everything, and as I said, virtually destroyed it. So yeah, I certainly learnt my lesson then, that the best idea is to keep them out of here in the first place. So that's what I intend on doing. Tell you what, I got a bit of a surprise when I went down here to dig out a couple of roots of potatoes. Basically what I did, I put these ones in for the house and these ones here, so I could get them when they're quite small, because that's the way that we like potatoes. You can sort of just shove them in your mouth whole, smothered in butter, and I'll tell you what, they go pop in your mouth and just absolutely superb taste. But they're Bismarcks here, and they're Kennebecks and Bismarcks over there. And when I dug a couple up, have a look at these. Look at the size of those. That is a real surprise to me. I wasn't expecting them to be anywhere near that size. That's just fantastic. These are the pink eyes. Look at that. They're all starting to flower now, but look at that in the rows. Just beautiful. And over the last week, they've really taken off, and I can't even imagine what they'll be like if we do get a nice rain over the weekend. Well, I've been saying all week we need one good rain before we start to harvest the potatoes, and we're getting it today, which is excellent. It started raining about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's a really good steady rain. It hasn't stopped. So these are pink eyes down here. You can see down here we're getting a nice bit of rain They're mounted up in the ridges, so it's not going to hurt the potatoes. Just give them a fantastic drink. Just have a look along there at the flowers on them. I'll tell you what, by the end of next week, I reckon we'll start digging a few of these. And that is the earliest that we will ever have started digging any. So we always know what the potatoes are by the colour of the flowers. We also know, because we know exactly where we put the different sorts of potatoes in. But just let's have a look at these flowers. This is a pink eye flower. Distinctive flower on it, so you can tell that one. Then we go over here to the Bismarcks, and they have a mauve flower as well, but they're just slightly paler than what the pink eyes are. And that's the Kennebec flower, a white one. So if you're growing potatoes and you get a bit mixed up about what you've got where, you can always tell by the colour of the flowers what they are. Anyway, we'll head back over home. We've got to come over and get a kangaroo out of here. Just spotted one bouncing around in here, so we'll get him out. Well, it's Wednesday and I'm going to go and cut a bit of firewood. Not for the house, but for my fire pit. I need a bit of wood for it, and we're going to go up and cut, not a whole lot, just a few armfuls of wood. We've got the little Stihl mini boss here. We're going to fuel it up, tighten the chain, and get ready to go and get some firewood. First of all, we're going to put the 2-stroke fuel in it. We've got it pre-mixed here. People say to me, why do you only use a Stihl MS170? Well, we've got a couple of bigger saws here. We've got a 290 and another bigger one that I'm not quite sure of what the number on it is. But I just find using the MS170 is nice and light. You can get it done fairly quickly, probably not as quickly as with a big saw, but I'm only cutting small firewood, so I don't have to split too much of it. So I just find the little MS170 saws are absolutely ideal for doing stuff like I do. We also cut notches and stuff in fence posts and a few small trees off roads and stuff, and we've got that done. Now what we've got to do is tighten the chain up a little. Just turn it around. I mean, and really these little saws are so easy to maintain, so easy to use. I'd say to be stupid if you're only cutting small timber not to be using one of them. Can be a little hard to start sometimes, but overall they're not too bad. Okay, we'll just give it another bit of a turn. A little bit more. I should have loosened the bolts more. Yep, perfect. I haven't cleaned this up since last time, so it's a little bit dirty, but she'll still do the job. Okay, so we're all fueled up on the little mini boss here. We've tightened the chain, put oil in it, put 2-stroke fuel in it. So let's go cut some wood. Okay, we're way up here in the bush. There's a lot of trees around. There's a lot of rushes, a lot of grass, and more than likely, quite a few snakes. So I need to be really careful where I tread, keep my eyes out, stay alert, because the last thing I want is to come across a big black tiger snake. No way in the world. Anyway, we've got a tree picked out over here. I only want probably 20 pieces of wood just to go in this fire pit, only about the size probably of your arm. So we might be able to go over there and get it off that one. let me give you my tip for the day. Never step over a log without looking on the other side in the summer, because a lot of times that's the side that there's a snake on. You tread on a snake out in the bush, away from people, or away from where you can get transport to a hospital or a doctor or whatever. I'll tell you what, you're pushing your luck. So that's my tip. Before you step over a log, always have a look on the other side of it. Okay, we've got about a 20-minute trip home. So we'll have a quick drink and put the saw back on and get this wood back home. Go on. Go on. Go on, get up. Yep, got under the fence that I haven't got turned on. I think she'll go back in okay. Go on. Go on. Good girl. Good girl.